Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been so long, I know. I actually tried filming this like prior to doing my foundation and stuff, but I actually just timed it out to do my brows, and it's been a while, you guys, and I feel like I've just talked about crap. So here we are again. We're going to start over. I'm going to share with you the products that I am using, just so we can, I can get you caught up with the products that are on my face as of right now. So I thought this would be a good time to do like a chit chat, kind of catch up, life update with you guys. And I mean, it's been a while since I did this, like a casual conversation. So yeah, I figured this would be a good third video that I posted in almost a week. So the Nivea Men aftershave balm on my face. This is the second time that I've used it. I did not buy it in the States just because it was never around, like at Target or Walmart whenever I would go. And then B, when I searched on, I think it was, I don't know if it was Amazon or if I just like looked on Ulta or whatever, but it was kind of pricey, anywhere from like $10 to $15 that I saw, and I was like, I'm not about to spend that kind of money. So when I moved here, it was like €4.95, which is about maybe not even $6. So of course I got it because it was cheaper. I used that shave balm with the foundation that I'm wearing right now, which is the Maybelline 24-Hour Foundation in 128 Warm Nude. I have used this many times. I love this foundation. But with the shave balm, I feel like it's making my skin extra dry, which my skin is already dry to begin with. I don't know what it is. The water here is super hard, and my skin, my hair, my nails is taking a beating, you guys. Like, I kid you not, I feel like more hair is falling out of my head. I can't keep nail polish on my nails because they chip literally a day, not even a day after I paint them. My skin is like constantly dry. I get out the shower and immediately I'm like just, it's awful. I cannot stand it, and actually took me a while to get used to that. I'm still not used to that, but anyway, moving on. So I use this. The concealer that I use is the Tarte Shape Tape. This one is my absolute favorite, holy grail kind of item. Been growing out my brows for some time now, and I have a love-hate relationship with them, so I don't really have like a set routine just yet. It literally changes every single day. So when I find a routine that I like, I will let you know. The contour that I have right now is the Live, Love, Laugh Vitality Face Disc from It Cosmetics. This is what it looks like. It's just one of those trios with the contour, the blush, and the highlight. I have the contour and the blush right now. What else? So I need to set the eyes first, because if I don't, it will crease a little bit. And I used a little bit of that Shape Tape on my eyes to kind of cancel out any of my discoloration on my lids, kind of make it a little neutral. I'm taking my Makeup Forever Dual Matte Powder and just kind of setting that. Let's use the Melissa Michelle Ulta palette collab that she did with Ulta, and this stuff is seriously so gorgeous. Congratulations, Melissa. I'm so happy for you, and I could not be more proud of you and the accomplishments that you have succeeded with this bad boy. So anyway, I'm going to use Rosemary, which is this kind of brown right here, as my crease slash transition color. So yeah, I have been living in Germany for 6 months now, and it's crazy because you guys saw in my first vlog, there was a lot of emotions going on. I consider myself a pretty experienced mover. I mean, we've moved every 3 years for the last however long my husband's been in the army, and he got in the army 2010, so 8 years. And it's been it's been crazy. First of all, I hate moving, period. Such a pain in the butt. We did, we packed and moved ourselves one time. And then the rest of the times we were like, no, screw that. The army can move us. So movers came, and legit, you can't pack anything when you have movers because they have to write everything down. They have to account for everything. And, you know, if there's any breakage going down, then, you know, obviously they're liable, and this and this and this. So literally, it's the weirdest thing in the entire world, because we cannot do anything. Like, we can't help them or anything. So, which is actually kind of nice. Basically, we just sit there, and, you know, if they have questions for us on certain things, then we're there to answer. But it's the weirdest thing because we're not doing anything. So it's kind of awkward. But anyway, just gearing up for this move. The second that we were put on assignment here to Germany, we started everything. We started the ball. Like, everything was just going. And we had to go through EFMP, which we had to get all our medical stuff done. We had to get our passports done. We had to schedule our movers. We had to ship our car, which the military only sends one vehicle. And we had to, so obviously we had to sell the other one. I mean, we could have shipped it, but it wasn't worth shipping, if you know what I mean. So now we're down to one car, which is fine because I don't really go anywhere, to be honest. Anyway, we're going to go in with Lola, and we're going to pop this right under the brow bone. So the emotions that I had leaving that airport, it was just so, I was so stressed out. I was so anxious. And it was a lot, you know. I didn't get a chance to see my family before I left. It was just a lot. It was a lot for me to handle. I basically sat at that airport, called and FaceTimed my family, and had to say goodbye quickly that way. And it doesn't help that my mother is just a crybaby just as much as I am. So we both are literally like bawling our eyes out in the middle of Savannah Hilton Head Airport. And I was worried about Carsyn because if you know my child, you know she's definitely the most difficult out of my two girls. Requires a lot of my attention and a lot of my time. And she's very temperamental, and she's independent to a certain extent, but very reliant as well. So kind of made it difficult, and I was very, very, very stressed out about the flight for weeks because we had to fly from Savannah to, I think it was North Carolina, to Baltimore. And then from Baltimore, we flew here to Ramstein Air Force Base, which is 4 hours. No, is it 4 hours? Yeah, 4 hours from where we are. Okay, so sorry, I find it very hard to talk and do makeup at the same time. There was a lot of emotions going on, and I didn't really know how to handle it. And when I get that way, and when I'm experiencing a lot of, you know, feelings or anxiety, or I'm stressed or whatever, like, I tend to kind of keep in my little bubble. And like I said, I was stressing about that flight for weeks, and we had a long travel day ahead of us. I'm going to go in with Tobo, this one right here, and I'm going to put that, I don't know where I'm going to put that, all over the lid maybe. Let's try that. I don't know what look I'm doing today, you guys. I'm just kind of winging it. So, needless to say, I was very, you guys kind of caught a glimpse of that, and so many of you left comments saying like, oh my gosh, like I can just imagine, you know, what you were going through, and this and this and this, and that made me feel really good, because editing, I was like, man, I don't look excited or anything like that, which, don't get me wrong, I was very, very excited, but in that moment, right then and there, I was very stressed out. Just very, very stressed out. Oh man, like, I don't wish that upon anybody, because it is not fun whatsoever. But yeah, and then we got here to Germany, and we got in like early evening, but we ended up not leaving the airport until hours later because we had to wait for our 8 bags to come up, and then we had to get briefed on what we were going to do that night because we were staying in Ramstein area, not on post. I think we left post and we stayed at like a nearby hotel for the night, and then the day after we ended up driving to Grwm, which is an hour from us, but the travel time that it took to to get here to Hohenfels was like six hours or so. Long travel day with 2 little babies, and I mean, they both did the best that they could, which is, like I said, I couldn't have asked anything else of them because they handled it like champs. Raeden especially, because she is more, like I said, more independent than Carsyn, and Carsyn required more of my time and effort, and it's just a lot easier for Raeden to stick with Raeden because obviously, you know, Raeden is just kind of like easy go and, you know, do whatever. So usually they will couple together, and then I'll have Carsyn. And then also that way Raeden and Raeden can kind of go off and do, you know, fun stuff that he can kind of keep her occupied with so that she's not so overwhelmed with emotions. And, you know, mom and dad are stressed out and Carsyn's crying, and, you know, so I kind of wanted to, it's a good balance. Like, he usually takes her in those situations, and then I'll take Carsyn, and Carsyn and I will chill at the, you know, hotel or wherever we are, and then they'll go off and do something fun that Raeden will like. I'm going to go in with some liner. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. I actually really love this liquid liner. It's a pretty darn good one, except I think they changed not only the packaging. It used to be like black with a silver top, but I think they reformulated it. I don't know. But I'm gonna do that. I'm also gonna go in with the Maybelline Line Stiletto. I usually do my line with this one, and then I'll go in and do my wing with this one because the tip is a lot more fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I just got done doing my liner. I decided to throw on some lashes too, just because why not? The lashes that I'm wearing are the Lash Couture Faux Mink collection in Midnight. So I picked those up from the PX at Grwm. I'm actually going to go and top the blush that I have with a little bit from the palette. It's a more like neutral, everyday kind of color, and the one that I put on was like way too pinky. So trying to mute it a little bit, but anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. So to make a long story short, living in Germany is so different. I will say, and I'll probably discuss it in another video if you guys are interested in that. It took me some time to get used to like the living aspect of it. I love the idea of living in another country, experiencing the culture, the food, the people, just everything that it has to offer. But it did take me a while, you know, because my skin was super dry. The water, our water, like to shower and stuff, is super hard. You know, I couldn't wash dishes without my nail polish, you know, chipping off. So now I have to like either go without nail polish, which is so weird for me. I usually always have my nails painted, or get them done every so often. And I haven't found a nail place that I like yet, so that's out of the question. I'm going to go in with Holler. This is the highlight that's in the palette. And so it took me a while to get used to. Everything is just so different. The way that they do things here are different, and naturally, I mean, that's to be expected. You are, like I said, in another country, experiencing another culture and just way of life, and that's fine, because my kids, Raeden especially because she's older, but her world that she knows, just, I don't even think she knew what she was getting into coming here. I mean, she knew that the people were going to speak a different language, and she was so scared that she was going to go to a school that she wasn't going to understand what people were saying, and people weren't going to understand her. She was pretty concerned, and I knew that. And so when we got here and she realized that the kids that she was going to school with were also American, like, I could just see clear as day the weight that was lifted off her shoulders. And now she is seriously so happy. The people here in Germany are just so kind and loving, and every store that we go into, they're always giving candy to my kids. Now, I mean, granted, like, they don't really eat that much candy, so they don't always get to eat it, but they're just so nice. And my Raeden goes outside and plays with the neighborhood kids, and they are just having the time of their lives. And as a parent, it's really cool to see, because the opportunities that she has had as being a military brat wouldn't have come otherwise. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just, even for us as adults, like, I probably never would have lived outside of Vegas if it wasn't for Raeden being in the military, and then therefore marrying into the military, I guess you could say. So I really have him to thank for this amazing adventure that we have been on, because we've been to so many places. Sorry, this lash is like, oh gosh, I just nicked. Oh my gosh. I just nicked it, like, big gash. Anyway, I probably, like I said, never would have left Las Vegas if I didn't marry him and, you know, he was required to be other places. And I look at it as being a blessing because, like I said, the things Raeden has seen, and Carsyn will as she gets older, but, you know, Raeden is 8 years old, and it's just unbelievable. Like, she has seen probably way more than the average person. And as a parent, like I said, that is just really cool to see. So I love being on this adventure with my family and doing it with the people that I love the most. And it's just the places that we have already gone, and it's only the beginning. I mean, we've only been here for 6 months, so it's a really cool experience to be here and to live this amazing life that we've been blessed with. So, okay, I need to do the lower lash line. I don't know what I'm going to do down there, and I'm really pissed that I nicked that, but, you know, what can you do? So I'm going to go in with Harley, which is this dark brown right here, and I'm just kind of going to use this as a liner. I'm not used to it whatsoever. I mean, I still go to the grocery store and it takes me like 2 hours to shop because I have to Google translate everything. But, you know, like, it's so cool to do that. And I always said before Raeden coming into the military, I would never move overseas because I just never saw myself being that far from home. And I mean, change kind of frightens me sometimes. But the older that I got, the more I appreciated different things, you know what I'm saying? Because we actually chose this on requisitions. More so when it's closer to your time of PCSing, you get options of what's available or whatever. And I talked to Raeden, and I was like, what do you think about moving to Germany? It's like, okay, like, maybe we could do this. So yeah, I mean, it's been very different, to say the least. The culture shock is real, but it's been so wonderful. Because if you guys know me and you follow me on Instagram and Snapchat and stuff, you guys know I graduated. So I am officially done with school for now. I'm going to take a while before I return and get anything else done. But you know, I definitely want to travel and all that. You know, I told him we really want to go on like a summer vacation or a summer trip, whether that be like a little cruise or just, you know, somewhere. I want to go somewhere tropical so we can, you know, get some sun and whatnot. Friends from the States actually did like a little European tour, and we met them in Venice, Italy. And it was just the coolest thing ever to be able to say, like, wow, we are here in Venice with you. That is just crazy. I mean, the land itself is, Like, it's just so beautiful here. And on our drive to Venice, we actually drove through the Alps, like the Austrian Alps, and it is just, oh my. We went to Austria in March when Raeden's brother came out for a visit, and it was just gorgeous. It was so gorgeous, and I'm obsessed with the sound of music, so we went and we saw where it was filmed and all that stuff. It was just, it's amazing, you guys. It's so amazing. So if you are in the military, and I get questions all the time, you know, how do you guys deal with being so far away from home? You know, is it hard for you? How do you manage? How do you get help with your kids when you need it? And let me tell you, like, it's hard, but for the most part, Raeden and I, we love being on our own. We love doing and handling things on our own. You know, like, we're not the type that has to be close to home, which I get. If that's you, like, that's fine, you know, but we actually prefer being on our own and having our own family traditions and our own, you know, things to do. And we have our own kids, so it's like we just love making our own memories with them, you know what I'm saying? All right, for lips, I'm just going to kind of keep it simple today. I'm not crazy about these lashes. I feel like they don't stand up as much as I want them to. This is Milani's True Instant Color Statement Lip Liner in all natural. And then I'm going to go in with Creme de Nude from MAC. Kind of rub that in there. And then I'm going to blend the outside with the liner. It's a cream sheen, right? Cream sheen? Yeah. Which is so unlike me because I typically like matte lips. I'm super excited to be back on the tube. It's been a while, a long time coming, and I know I've neglected my channel for a long time. It was just, I had a lot going on, and last year was probably one of the hardest years that I've had in a while. So I thank you guys truly from the bottom of my heart for being so patient and just so loving and supportive and loyal all these years. I have a lot of things to fix, a lot of things to make better on my channel. I want to get a mic for my camera because it is kind of farther away. I want to get a new lens. I want to get backdrops, and so yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was so nice coming back, just chatting with you guys. I have missed it so much. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. It's so weird to say that again. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Bye.